Hey guys, welcome back. Today we have another zero tolerance knife, and this one was sent in by my buddy Art um, via Knife Watch is another channel, and I will try to remember to link to his channel down below, Knife Watch, who actually lives here in Northern California, so kind of local. He sent me this, and Art had sent it to him previously. And I did the unboxing actually just today. I posted that one today, the day I'm filming this one. You'll see it on Monday, Labor Day. Okay, whatever. Sometimes I can just bust out the review as soon as I get something. Sometimes I already have a bunch on the table and it takes a little longer. It's just kind of the luck of the dice. Okay, so anyway, let's dive into this ZT0452CF. And again, ZT does the whole number thing, much like Tucson. Whatever, But I'm a sucker for carbon fiber. I am an absolute sucker for carbon fiber. I have a bunch of carbon fiber knives. I absolutely love it. So I was very happy to get this one to check out. Now, this is not a small knife. And, I do some big knives, and I have a couple of big ones here on the table. So this is not big by any means. I mean, this is maybe a little big for some people's EDC. And we'll talk about that as we unfold this. No pun intended. Anyway, before I ramble too much, it's late, it's been a long day. And so let's just dive into the specs of this 0452CF. 5 1/8 inch long closed. Overall, if I can hold it back here far enough to get it in the view, is 9 1/4 inches overall. That's pretty good size in an EDC knife. The blade length is 4.11, and the edge length is also 4.11, just the way that the scale ends, roughly where the edge of the blade starts. This is a very well done satin finished S35 VN, and we'll zoom in just a second to really show some of the details of this. So it's S35, the blade thickness is 0.156, which is a little deceiving because it has a really nicely shaped swedge at the top there. The overall thickness is 0.509 minus the clip, of course. Weighs in at 4.3 ounces. So it's pretty freaking light and runs on bearings. So it is not super drop shutty, but I have seen others that are drop shutty. So I don't know if Art adjusted the pivot on this one at all, or maybe this one just needs to be torn down and cleaned out. I don't know. But again, I don't need it to be drop shutty. I think the action for me is fantastic. It's super smooth. The detent is almost bordering on very strong. I mean, it is a strong detent in my opinion, but it deploys well. So the flipper tab is designed very nicely. Doesn't take a lot of pressure, but there's a bit of force. I mean, it doesn't just fly out without some authority on your part. You need to pull this back, and then it rockets out. So let's zoom in and see if I can get this to focus and not give me a hard time with the lighting tonight. So it is a very nice belt satin finish. There is a little bit of stonewashing here on the little bit of flat that there is on the blade. I personally prefer a stonewash over the satin, but this isn't my knife. The carbon fiber is fantastic. I love the look of the way they cut this fiber and put it together. I mean, it's just really nice. It's chamfered on the edges, as you can see there. It's just really nicely done. The lanyard hole on the CF side is kind of countersunk, I guess you would call that. You can reverse the pocket clip, so you can see the carbon fiber is threaded. Those might be inserts, I'm guessing. So you can reverse the pocket clip. And the lanyard hole on the titanium side is also kind of countersunk, if you will. It has that secondary relief. A deep carry pocket clip, which, we'll talk about that. Really some nice milling down here on the chamfered edge and on the top chamfered side. It does have an over travel stop, a steel lock bar insert. Here's the serial number, 20,000 plus. It is a Sinkovich design, Dmitry Sinkovich. He also designed I don't even know if you would call it the little brother of this, but the ZT0452, which I do have out here. And we'll just pull it out real quick. This is the 450CF, also in the carbon fiber. This one happens to be all blacked out, not a deep carry clip. Rockets out, takes a lot. The detent is much lighter on this guy, where you can just kind of bump that flipper tab. You don't need to really preload it. You can just literally tap it and it will fire. This, I've done a review on this. I've talked about this one before. That's my jogging knife. This one, you need to be a little more deliberate. You can't just tap it. It's not, you have to kind of try. It's, you got I guess it kind of loosens up a little bit. But so in the hand, it feels really good. It's super sharp, that's for sure. The swedge on top is not sharp, but that edge is pretty aggressive. So if you were to be holding it and doing cutting like this, that may be a little uncomfortable there. It's absolutely not going to cut you, but it's a pretty harsh edge there where that swedge is cut in. And then it broadens out here at the tip, so you have a fairly thick tip. But yeah, I love the way the swedge looks, but it's a little bit of a harsh edge. I'm not gonna lie. The pocket clip, it's just kind of basic. This is not a basic knife, in my opinion, but the pocket clip is kind of basic. It is a deep carry clip, but they use standard hardware. So there's not much room between the hardware and the pocket clip. So in my jeans, and I wear just standard, Levi jeans. I think these ones here that I just got, they're new jeans. They're from Old Navy. So they're standard jean material, thickness and whatnot, right? These screws get hung up on my jeans. So when I put this in, it hangs up about here. I can kind of wiggle it through and get it to drop down, but that's a bit of work. It's not hard, but I shouldn't need to do that. I should just be able to throw this in my pocket and it go to the depth of the clip. So that's a bummer for me. And it's just kind of basic. It's pretty short clip, which I do like, and there is enough retention. It's not super springy, but it works well in that regard. In and out of the pocket is great. It just doesn't go in as deep as it could if they had used different hardware. Okay, so let's do some size comparisons. And I brought some stuff out to compare. Here it is next to the 0450. It just dwarfs it. Remember, this is an over 4-inch blade. So we'll do kind of some of our normal stuff here, but I had to bring out a couple of big guys to, you know, not have it be the biggest thing out on the table. The Sharpie, of course. Spider Godelica is really going to be dwarfed. The large Sabenza 21. Okay, now, and a lot of people think that this might be too big to carry on a daily basis. So I'm just kind of wanting you to understand the size of this 0452. So something I don't pull out all the time is a Todd Big Bodega to compare it to. It's longer than the Bodega. So the Bodega's, this particular variant of Bodega is thicker, but yeah, the ZT is bigger than the Bodega. It's about the same exact size as the FIF 23. And then I have the Midgard the Viking. Okay, I've done a video on this too. It's almost as long as the Viking. Now, granted, the Viking takes up a lot more pocket than the ZT. And this one drops shut because, well, the blade is super heavy. And last but not least, just because I didn't want the ZT to really just dominate everything, the Reese Whelan Fatty Strike with its almost 5-inch blade. And it's 3/8 inch thick blade. And I've done a video on this one too, and this one more than drops shut, so you better be careful because it's incredibly sharp. So this is kind of up my alley in size. It fits great in the pocket because it is so thin in height, and it's fairly thin in overall thickness. So it really does carry well, but is it practical to carry? But again, is much of anything I own practical to carry? This is certainly not practical to carry. Have I carried this before? Maybe. Is the Viking practical to carry? Yeah, maybe. Have I carried it? Yeah, I have. I don't carry it a lot, but I do. So is practicality really something that's important? No. But this, you know, I do sometimes take into account where I'm going and what I might be doing, because I don't want to end up somewhere where somebody needs a box open and I pull out this instead of a machete, you know. So I do try to be a little cognizant of where I'm going and what I might be doing with a knife, I think sometimes. But this one absolutely has a very fun fidget factor and just overall is a great knife. So these are still available. They've been out for many years. So yeah, check them out. I think if you know you're into, this is a big knife, but it's not a big overbuilt. These are big and overbuilt, and there's a difference. This is just a large knife, I guess I would say. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I greatly appreciate it. And thank you, Art, for sending this in. And thank you, Knife Watch, for being on kind of a rotation between me, you, and Art. It's been great. So thanks for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic day and enjoy your Labor Day long weekend. And we will see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.